too busy in my own little pity party, right? I'm in a pity party. One day he comes over, we watching movies and all this kind of stuff, and here I go drifting into this negative conversation. And listen, he turned and said to me, he said, everybody got problems. He said, everybody go through something. Everybody, I mean, he was going in on me, right? I got all offended, but he was cute, so I listened, right? After he finished whatever, talking or whatever, the next day he left because he was hot. He was mad. He left. So the next day he didn't call me for days, right? So while I'm in this little place, because I ain't calling him, I'm for beg you come see me. I got attitude. But I thought about what he said. Sometimes we whine and complain and we get stuck in a negative place as if other people don't go through stuff. It's just us going through. We never, you get what I'm saying? It was like he was saying, hey, other people made it through their dark times. You can too. It's this too shall pass. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So I had to get me together. I had to get me together. I had to start learning how to process things. And I think that's what's wrong with a lot of us today. We don't know how to process things. We don't know how to go how to handle rejection or handle disappointment in a positive manner or in a healthy manner. We think that it's cool or this is how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to drift off into a land of nothingness because of what so and so did or what I didn't get from my parents. No, it's not okay. No, that's not the healthy process of that. It's really not. Go ahead, family.
So what you listening to?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something. You know, I can talk, girl. I can get going.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're the talker. I listen, and then if it's something, I'll insert my 1 cent. But
Yeah, but I mean, I've just been through a lot, and we all have. But we have to be that village that says, girl, come on, get up. All right, been there, done that. I did that. This is how I got out of it. This is how I got through it, But I was telling somebody the other day, Zam, I said, the village is missing. And then when the village show up, we don't want to hear nothing,
Yeah. Yeah. Village is definitely missing. I watched a part of your bonnet podcast earlier today, and it's kind of the same thing. People don't know how to be receptive to things. They don't know how to take things. And granted, sometimes some people don't know how to say things.
Oh, say
they don't
it.
know.
Oh my.
They don't. It's not what you say, because what you say is the truth. But how you say it, you can come at me in a way and be like, like you told the young lady, hey baby, come let me talk to you for a second. Your underwear is showing. That's one thing. And the other thing is, you didn't know your underwear was showing when you left out the house this morning? That right there.
Yeah.
That all that could go all bad.
Oh my God. Yes, it can. Yes, it can.
So and it's all about how you deliver whatever it is that you're trying to get somebody to see as well.
Yeah.
And we're all different. We all handle things differently. We all look at different things, and there are a whole lot of times when something will happen and I feel a certain way about it, and I'm talking to my husband about it, and he said, well, did you ever think about da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And I'm like, you know what? I didn't. and it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
Because my 0 to 1,000 is like in 0.2 seconds, you know, and him on the other hand, you know, he looks at everything from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And sometimes we could be thinking the same thing, but saying it differently, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
In how people receive it, I should say. So yeah, I was watching your Bonnet podcast today, and how you were saying that I didn't even know that Monique had made that statement, and I didn't know anything about it until I, you know, actually saw your podcast. So so just even thinking about some of the things that were possibly said, you know, it's like, yeah, and you're right. It's everybody's so quick to get mad, but you know, it had to hit them.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that I don't like either, and I'm not going to even lie to you and say that I haven't thought about, you know what, I'm just running to the store. Let me just leave this on. No, I thought about it, but I unthought about it just as quick as I thought about it.
Right.
I can tie my head up, you know, get a head wrap, tie my head up, put my little knife in the front like you showed me, and that'll be 100 times better than walking out the house with a bonnet on.
Exactly.
I'll cut up a T-shirt like you showed me. I cut up a shirt yesterday. My husband was like, you cut up a perfectly good shirt? I was like,
Oh, my God.
But when he saw what I did with it, he's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
You know, it made sense then. But, yeah, it's just about how they receive everything. And I can't see, I've never known Monique to say anything in a mean, hateful, spiteful way. Even when she was upset, and she should have, in my opinion, went left on some people without doing it the nice way, you know?
Yeah.
But
that's true.
I mean, it's all about how you carry yourself and how other people. You never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Amen.
And you never know who that person is that you see. That could be someone who later on down the line is like, who wants to go ahead and make your podcast or give you a live TV show. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And when you walk in, they're like, oh, I remember her that day. You know what I'm saying? You have to be at your best at all times, if at all possible.
Yeah, that's true.
If at all possible.
That's what I tell people. I say it's certain things. It's certain way that my husband will be the only one to see me, or my family, you know. But when it comes, what she was trying to get them to understand was about representation. You know, just like you said. You know, and you want to be with so many stereotypes they have about our culture, our community. You should,
and more specifically, our black women.
Come on. You
know.
But you know, hey, that's a thing too. That's a thing too, that we don't like nobody to tell us nothing. We always got to answer it. So it's like, you know, like we hit like four or five stereotypes at one time. You know,
all at once.
Well, I mean, this topic has been great tonight. You know, we got about 5 minutes left in the show, so I'm gonna give them an opportunity to go ahead and, you know, give your final thoughts and
my final thought is, whenever someone makes a comment to you, I don't know exactly how to put it. When somebody makes a suggestion or something, and it is someone that you know is not going to, or you have a really good idea that they're not going to steer you wrong, think about what they say before you automatically react. You know, think about what they're saying, and then gauge the appropriate response.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna tell you that some of those things aren't gonna require somebody to be put in their place. I'm not gonna tell you that, because sometimes it is. But sometimes if things touch you, or they touch, that's just like when you go to church and the preacher's preaching, and it's like he's looking in your life. It's like, dude, were you just with me yesterday? Were you behind a tree or something? You know, and were you in my thoughts? Were you reading my thoughts? You know, that kind of thing. You know, and we know what we're doing when we do it most of the time. Sometimes if you don't, if someone points it out to you, then, you know, just think of it.
Yeah. And then if it don't fly, let it fly.
Yeah. Well, see, if it don't what?
Apply, let it fly.
Well, it depends on that application, and it depends on who's delivering that application. Because sometimes them people that deliver those applications, you can't let it fly. You got to put them in their place.
Well, yeah,
and I know you and I look at things differently. You know, you are of the word, and I have heard the word. I'll put it that way. So, you know, we kind of look, but yeah, sometimes some of that stuff the whole turn the cheek, and I can do that in I can turn the cheek in a mental space, because mentally, you know, I can say to myself, okay, I don't even have to deal with them anymore. I'm done. I'm through. I don't have to talk to them. I don't have to acknowledge that they exist. But I ain't gonna be able to turn that other cheek if they put their hands in my life, because then that's not gonna work. Yeah. So you saying you're not supposed to say
No, it's the truth. You don't want. You know, a lot of times people say, well, you know, you're a Christian, you're a pastor, you know, as if disrespect or insults don't bother you. You know, it's a lot of things that go on in people's head. That's why Christians have to repent all the time. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But sometimes stuff can't fly. Sometimes you got to nip it in the bud. And after you nip it in the bud, then you can let it fly.
That's true.
But just be mindful. If somebody comes to you and they mention something, or they make a suggestion, or they tell you something that they've seen, granted, if it's somebody that you think you can trust, or somebody that doesn't have any ill will out towards you, just think about what they're saying before you go left. And then after you go left, you sit down and think about it, and it's like, oh man, they were right. And you could have possibly ruined a friendship, or, you know,